In the game of family finance, the goals are generally the same: control spending, reduce costs, and increase savings. But we went looking for different ways to reach those goals and found the Davidson family, who used a combination of savvy mortgage financing, old school ingenuity, and common sense to get back on their financial feet. What the OJ said in the 70s still applies. For a small piece of paper, it carries a lot of weight. And Keith and Trina Davidson couldn't agree more. For them, a crisp dollar bill means peace of mind.
And that'll help me sleep at night.
We first met up with the Davidson family in March. They had just won their financial makeover from CommunityAmerica Credit Union. Branch manager April Lanfer was starting from scratch.
It may not seem like a lot, but every little bit counts.
The first lesson, building a financial reserve.
Where we're still meeting our bills, we're still paying for things daily, but how do I put back some extra money?
How do you do it?
You have to put yourself first.
And Lanfer says that starts with establishing two separate savings accounts. She says the first account needs to have $1,000 and should only be used for emergencies. Lanfer says the second account is a general savings account and should have, get ready, the equivalent of 3 to 6 months worth of salary.
And you see my jaw drops. How much?
And we looked at each other and we went, wow, well, we can do this.
But how? Lanfer says savings begins with learning the difference between wants and needs.
What's the benefit of not buying it? I mean, if you're going to see your savings account grow, wow, that's a huge benefit.
For Trina, the easiest place to waste money was the grocery store. When we reconnected with the Davidsons in late April, Trina filled us in on a formula she developed to combat sky-high grocery bills.
So you make a list, you shop the sale ads, you get your coupons, you check the internet for any other coupons that maybe your name brand items that you know you're going to be purchasing, anything else that's out there, and you limit your number of trips. And it seems to work.
What also works for the Davidsons, and this is something you may not have thought of, is negotiating costs they once thought were non-negotiable, like their cable bill.
And they said, well, you know, we see that you're a very good customer. Could we perhaps just give you a $10 credit on your bill every month? Out of the blue, they offered that. And I said, well, I guess we could go along with that.
But even more significant was the renegotiation of their mortgage. April discovered that a balloon payment was looming.
This is a balloon payment that would wipe out your savings and probably result in you having to take another loan out just to cover it. And let's talk stress. Let's talk emotional turmoil. You know, it's just not worth it.
With that big ticket item off the radar, Keith and Trina started looking for smaller ways to save, like trapping rainwater to reduce their water bill.
My wife uses it to water the trees around here and the flowers in the house and flowers out here in the yard, so it's saving us the money from having to go to the tap every time that we need some water.
But it's not just about saving money. As April told the Davidsons back in March, it's important to find ways to make money.
Are we keeping track of aluminum cans? Or, you know, you had some old wheel rims that are aluminum.
Fast forward to mid-June.
This is all the scrap I've been collecting.
And Keith showed off the pile of metal he's ready to turn into cash and put into savings. And speaking of savings, Keith developed a barter system to take this barn from dream to reality. He did repair work for friends, and in exchange, one man paid for and installed the tin ceiling, and another did the wiring.
Yeah, I might use this for a bartering chip for something. I know I need concrete work. Anybody want a truck for concrete work? But, you know, it just seems a little better way to do things. You know, they get what they want, and I get what I want, and the money just kind of stays out of it.
Now that the Davidsons are on the road to short-term financial stability, they're in a better place to think about the long term. With the help of senior financial consultant Tom Harbour, Keith and Trina can start taking baby steps towards a retirement fund by increasing contributions to their 401ks.
It's real easy to increase little bits at a time, but it's the habit that is the important thing to establish.
It's just one of the many lessons the Davidsons are learning on their journey to financial freedom. They're halfway through it and looking forward to seeing more. The Davidsons are one of 4 families participating in CommunityAmerica's year-long financial makeover contest. The winner gets a $10,000 prize. Now, come November, we're going to let you know who wins and the saving strategies they use to do it. In the meantime, for more information on the contest, go to our website, fox4kc.com. Stephanie Hockridge, Fox 4 News.